they leave me, I want to go into acting. If you give me a role to act, I can act it. That's just my personality, but that does not mean that that's where God wants me.
You're talking about dance steps. Are there worldly dance steps?
You can't come to the house of the Lord and be talking.
I can't remember, but there's a pastor. He said the dance itself is not evil. Okay, like leg walk, those kind of. I wish you can,
Not try. You know, say nothing dance. So don't.
There's a lady, she posted something on Twitter, now X. She said virginity does not hold any value, that it is a social construct.
What I would not agree with is having to water down the essence of virginity. You being a virgin is not that you are pure. Some ladies are virgins, but their state of mind, if you enter there, you will run out.
But why in our society today, why is it that we pay more attention to ladies being a virgin than, we don't really talk about guys. But
it's a mindset that I think has to be shifted.
That's why we brought you here, so that you come and shift their mindset.
Power.
Welcome to another episode of Stephen EO Podcast, and I have an amazing guest with us today who is going to be educating us on matters relating to values and identity. You have to stay true to the end because she has a lot to offer. And her name is Remi Lekun, but I love calling her Remi Lakes. So welcome with me, Remi Lekun. Remi Lekun, welcome to Stephen EO Podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much.
And how are you doing? Hope you are good.
I'm fine. I'm doing well.
All right, so you can introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, my name is Ogundele Esther Remi Lekun. So it's not Remi Lekun, it is Remi Lekun. Okay, my name is Remi Lekun. I am an accountant who loves God. I'm a gospel minister. Yeah, and I'm someone who loves to talk to people about life, and I'm even going into the part of being a therapist. Well, we are looking into that very well, but we'll see how the Lord helps us.
Power. That's very, very good. And I know some of the things you talk about, the things you represent. I know you to be somebody, you educate people, you talk about some stuff. There was a time you posted something on your status, some time ago. We talked about dressing. I think we've even had a conversation about it some time ago. So I want to first of all start on this route. What is I know as a lady, I believe you understand better, right, than me, or than us guys. You understand better as a lady. What is the rationale behind maybe ladies dressing indecently in the society today? What is the reason? Is it that they want to get this or get? What is just the reason? Because there are some people that will say they just love it. They're not trying to attract whatever. So what do you think is the rationale behind that?
Well, how would I really put this? I don't dress indecently, so I may not really like give the reason behind it, because I believe that it is really not normal to be dressing indecently. I mean, I was speaking with Blessed now, so I was speaking with Blessed, and I was like, people that dress like that, they think it's normal, and he was like, it's not normal. Even Adam and Eve, when they ate of the forbidden fruit and all, they had to hide because they were naked. So it is not a normal thing to actually do. However, in this age that we are in, I think that there are some reasons that I may probably relate to, in the sense that, for instance, I believe that every lady wants to look beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
And we would definitely want to look beautiful in the way we think we are beautiful. So that's why you find ladies dressing half naked, because when they dress like that, they think that they are beautiful like that. They think they appear beautiful like that. And it is not really, that's not really what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Some just dress like that to impress. Some suffer inferiority complex, so they dive into it. Some just, there are different reasons anyways. There are so many reasons. So we cannot particularly pinpoint. But what I believe is that every woman wants to look beautiful. But then they choose to just do whatever they think will make them look beautiful.
Yeah, and there's this stereotype. People say something that is of value is not exposed to the public, right? Say if you have something valuable, you preserve it, you keep it. So I want to ask: is it that these ladies, they don't have any other, like some of them, because you said you don't dress indecently, right? So you don't know the reasons why they do it. So is it that some of them, they don't have any other means to gain attraction, to attract people, to gain attention rather, right? But they tend to, expose their body so that people will pay attention to them.
Some of them are like that. Some ladies are like that.
So they don't have anything upstairs to do to.
No, there are some ladies that I have actually met who are beauty with brains. They have other things to offer. Some persons are even in top places and all of that, but they just choose to dress like that because maybe they feel comfortable like that. They just think that, oh, there's nothing there, so it's my body. So
But even though they feel comfortable, it's still not right.
it is not right. Like what I said before, even Adam and Eve saw that it was not okay. That's why they had to hide. So it is, for me, I believe that it is not normal. No, it is not.
All right. So there was a time I had a conversation with a friend of mine. She told me, the place she works, the boss is always, disturbing her, asking her out. And like several times, she kept on, rejecting the boss. But the thing is that this lady, right, the girl, is not dressing, indecently.
Yeah.
She dresses very well.
Okay.
Even sometimes I even jokingly said, okay, now you have to start dressing like Deeper Life. I thought that you have to start dressing like Deeper Life going to work. So is it that some men, they don't really, they don't just care how you dress? Some people, they'll say, how you dress determines what you attract,
addressed,
right? How you be addressed.
Yeah.
So if this lady is dressing very decently and people are still, somehow sexualizing them, what then is the problem?
We had a conversation how that I would dress well, but the kinds of people that would approach me are very weird kind of persons that I would look at myself like this. Well, I don't see any reason why somebody like you should approach me. And I said that you cannot control the persons that come to you. Yeah. But you can control how they relate with you. So for that kind of scenario now, she can't, even if she dresses indecently or dresses decently, that would not stop the fact that the man still wants her. So it is the man himself now, not the lady. It's the man that is actually going for what he wants, in quotes, and then if he wants to get it, if he doesn't want to get it, but it is not a matter of dressing per se, quote and unquote. Yeah, it is not that scenario will not necessarily have to relate with the way you dress. No, it is the man himself, not the lady.
Okay. And some people, they also take this dressing thing to the big stage. I saw one, I don't know if I should call her minister. She was singing, but at some point, her clothes was pulling off. Then somebody came to assist her and adjust it for her. So what can you say about that? And also, there was a clip online, some videos online. I saw some people, I think they're from US, I can't remember. They said they want to set up a Christian club where you come, you dance, you are happy. So bringing these things, to the big stage, the things we as Christians, these are the things that are not supposed to be mentioned amongst us, right? Yeah. We're talking about Christian club.
Yeah.
And, celebrities coming to those stages, you are not properly dressed. What do you have to say about those things?
Okay, let me take it one after the other. So the first one is
in the same dressing, the big stage.
On the big stage, even on a small stage, it doesn't make any sense. We can even look at it in 1 Timothy 2:9 and 10, how that Paul was saying that he would have women dress modestly. And if we check the meaning of modest, to be modest, things that looks respectful, that appears to be not provocative and all of that. So why, we need to check first, are these Christians? Because if we really say that we are Christians,
they pray, they speak in tongues.
No, I in this age we're in, I don't think that you just praying in capital letter tongues and all of that makes you a Christian. It is your lifestyle. It's your lifestyle. So you mean to tell me that even something that you will not do in a corporate space, you can't dress like a mad person in a corporate space. Some people say
it's not about what you wear, it's about your heart.
Thank you very much. It is. Thank you so much. People say it's about your heart. Yes, I agree. It is about your heart. So whatever it is that is in your heart is what you will bring out. Definitely. If your heart is dirty outside, you will definitely look like that outside. So if your heart is saying that, oh, this is what I want to wear, this is what I want to look like, that's what your heart is saying. So that's what you will bring out. Definitely. So for that part, I would say that it is absolutely wrong. Either big stage, small stage, you come outside like that to minister. It doesn't make any sense. What are you trying to prove? We just need to ask, like, what are you trying to prove? Does this dressing does it bring glory to God? This dressing that you are dressed like this, would we find it in scriptures?
How can we find dress in scriptures?
I mean, it's written in
Modesty.
exactly. And when we are talking about modesty, we are talking about everything. The way you appear, how you be respectful, how you dress too. It also talks about that too. Yeah. And then the part of Christian club and all of that.
Yes, Christian club.
My question is it of faith?
They want to party, gospel songs, they want to party.
Is that glorifying God?
How will I know?
No, you're supposed.
I've not been there. I saw it, so I'm asking you. So what do you think about it?
I mean, so long as we want to shift a whole lot of things in this life.
Yeah.
You know, I subscribe to the fact that we don't necessarily have to do what the Canaanites are doing, what the Gentiles are doing. We don't necessarily have to subscribe to it. Yes, we should have gathering of believers. We should have it, but then it should not be in a way that is not conformed to the way the world do their own things.
The lights, how they dance, the kind of songs.
Oh no.
The language they use.
No, what was this picture that was talking about it? I can't really remember, but then he was talking about some dance steps that if you look at these dance steps, they don't.
Wait, okay. You are taking us to somewhere now. I think, it's becoming interesting.
Okay.
We're talking about dance steps. Are there worldly dance steps?
I mean, you can't come to the house of the Lord and be twerking.
Okay. Twerking is wrong, right? Culturally, morally is wrong. Now, talking about, I can't remember, but there's a pastor. He said some people, unbelievers, that are dancing some steps, right? Dance steps. The dance step is not wrong, but unbelievers are just dancing it. They are creative to create the dance.
Okay.
The dance steps, right? But we believers, we are copying them. We are supposed to also be creative
with us.
But if we are copying them, the dance itself is not evil. The dance itself is not ungodly. Okay, like leg walk.
Okay.
Those kind of I wish you can,
Don't try. You're not saying if you dance, so don't.
Those dance steps. So do you think those dance steps in the church, those steps are ungodly? Because this pastor said it is not ungodly, but ungodly people are dancing it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I think I
it is not
understand.
ungodly, but ungodly people are dancing it. So believers can also dance, those dance steps. What do you think about that?
As for me, what I know I can say about it is dance to the glory of the Lord. Hallelujah.
What does it mean to dance to the glory of the Lord?
Movie. I mean, you're being creative and let your creativity be to the glory of the Lord.
Even though you copy from the other side.
I don't even know how to dance. So
all right. Thank you for educating us on that. And there was a time, I think sometime last year, there's a lady, she posted something on Twitter, now X.
Okay.
She posted something, she said, virginity does not hold any value, that it is a social construct. On this podcast, we are talking about values, identity, trying to make the society a better place for us to stay. So she said, people talking about virginity is just overrated, that there's no value, that is just a social construct. What do you have to say to this? Because a lot of people, they were getting back to, this thing you said is trash, virginity still holds value in the society today. So you people, because you no longer have it, you just want to play down on the importance of, keeping yourself and all of those things. So what do you have to say about that?
What I would not agree with is having to water down the essence of virginity. Because are you saying that if virginity is a social construct, are you saying that every woman should now begin to fornicate? Every woman should now begin to sleep with men around? Is that what you are trying to say? I know that there are cases that would have warrant a whole lot of ladies to lose their virginity. But I mean, it still does not mean that virginity has to be watered down. I mean, I can choose to say that, oh, I'm not sleeping with any man until I get married.
Yeah.
Because this is me obeying the instructions of the Lord. This is what God wants. How is that me watering down? I mean, how is that me losing value? Is when people don't really understand the concept of purity. That is when they make statements like that. If you don't understand the concept of purity, I believe that kind of statement should come out from your mouth. Because you don't understand what purity entails. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and purity is not just about being a virgin. It's a mind thing. You get? So, but having to say that virginity is a social construct, I understand that society, understand that culturally we're not meant to do this. Yes, it is even written in scriptures. It is even written in the Bible that fornication is a sin. So having to say that it is, how did she put it again?
Social construct.
I don't understand what the lady meant, but I believe that this is something that we still have to hold in high tenacity. We still have to hold it very well in this age that we're in now. I mean, you can't just go around as a lady and say you want to be sleeping around because virginity is a social construct in quotes. It doesn't make any sense.
Being a virgin, right? It holds value. That's what you are saying.
Yeah.
So we have to make it very clear, because there are some young people, right? They are very naive. When they hear people say this thing, they have something in their mind they want to do, but they are careful, right? But when they see some people talk about these things, it gives them the confidence, right, to do what they hear other people, are doing, saying. And the reason why I also think the reason why some of these people are saying these things, right? When somebody loses something and is seeing some other people who are, giving, a lot of importance to those things that they don't have, they try by all means to water down the importance of that.
I think I understand.
Do you get what I said?
Yeah. So still on this virginity matter, when they see that, oh, people are holding virginity in high esteem,
Yes.
and because she's not a virgin, she then tends to, that's evil.
But they masquerade it as they are just trying to be social.
That's evil. That's evil. It's the same thing as oh, you don't have money, and then you see someone else or you see other people, and then because, and I'm still talking about the Christian space, because this particular set of persons, they talk about prosperity, they are prosperous, but you not too really fancy prosperity and all of that. But you see this group of persons holding prosperity, and then you say that, oh, these people are not or prosperity is a social construct or something like that because you don't get money. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, some of these people is not coming from a place of wanting to educate people. It's coming from a place of hate.
Yes, that's what I said. It's evil. It's evil. Because you don't have it doesn't mean that other people should not hold it. I think what you should do is, I mean, that's happened. That doesn't mean that you cannot still stay in purity.
Yes.
That doesn't mean no. Virginity is not you being a virgin is not that you are pure. Some ladies are virgins, but their state of mind, if you enter there, you will run out. You run out of there. So it's virginity in quote and unquote doesn't mean that you are pure, but at least it's a form of purity.
But why in our society today, why is it that we pay more attention to ladies being a virgin than, we don't really talk about guys. So it's as though it's only a lady that is supposed to be a virgin. I don't. So is it that a guy is not supposed to, keep all of these things too?
I mean, this age that we're in, I don't know why gender has one gender has a whole lot of they hold one gender more than the other. And I'm not talking about gender equality here, or because I mean, they say what a man can do, the woman can do better. I don't subscribe to that. Never. I've not even finished what a woman can do. I should not say I want to do better. However, these things are I would still go with scriptures. The scripture did not say um um ladies should remain virgin, why men should fornicate however they like, sleep with women. No. I think when most people hold it in high regard, I mean, you would not know if a man is a virgin or not. But for ladies, sometimes you would know. I know some people say that, oh, as a lady, when your hymen is this, your hymen is you see,
Broken.
I don't
Is
know
it
what
broken? They
word.
call it.
Yeah, yeah. Or you don't bleed the first time, it means you're not a virgin. That is a myth, actually. It's not really correct. But however, one can still know when a woman is not a virgin than a man. I think maybe that is why. Or maybe because they think that, oh, women are I really don't know. I really don't know like that, but I believe that on matters like this, it is both genders. It's both genders.
Yeah. It's both genders, but when they are talking about it, it's as though they are talking only to ladies. But
It's a mindset that I think has to be shifted.
that's why we brought you here, so that you come and shift their mindset.
Power.
All right. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if you know this guy, OG Baba. I don't know if he's a soldier, but he dresses like soldier. The content he makes, some people, they call him, he comes and discipline their stubborn children.
Okay.
And all of those things.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there have been clips of, him I've been watching. There's one I watched recently. I think a 14 years old girl.
Girl,
He
yeah.
said the girl left the house for some days. He went to stay with a man or something.
Is it the one that when he saw her, he began to ask her questions and her mom was there?
Yes.
Okay.
So these young girls, 14 years old. 14 years old. So what is the reason behind all of, because some of us will say, this girl is too young. Where is she getting these informations from? So is it that the society is that corrupt that even people is not somebody who is never up to 18, get to know about all of these things?
Is the society, is the community that person has found herself in? Yeah. I saw something a few days ago, how that 3 boys, a girl in India, and the youngest of them was 10 years. One was 10, I think another was 16, and another had probably 14 or so. But they were not up to 18 years. They gang a girl. And we know how India has a very high rate. Now, this girl now, I'm even going far as India. Let me even bring it out to myself, yeah? I said sometimes ago that I stayed in areas like Festac, Satellite Town. That was the area I was born and brought up, that area, particularly Agbuju. That was where I grew up. And at age 14 or 15, thereabouts, we moved from Agbuju to the next bus stop, which is Oluti. And the area we went to was like an estate. So we left a ghetto area and we went to an estate, which was still very much more like still street area. But my compound was, once you enter my house like this, my house is the first that you enter in that estate. So I didn't really relate with much people like that. But you see that from my area. Look left, look center, look, they are smoking. There are times that my parents will not be around, and we'll just be the ones in the house. And then neighbors will bring in who are single. They'll bring in ladies, and then we'll begin to hear different sounds. Imagine that kind of thing now, and then it's something that we hear over time. It will corrupt our mindset. And my mommy said something when I was 20 or so. Mommy said if we did not leave that area at that age that I was, should have been very sure that I would have done things. So it is a community thing. How their minds have been shaped, how they've seen things. And there's a thing that they say that kids are moved by what they see. Not necessarily what you say. They are moved by what you see. So when you begin to do certain things over time and they see it, they begin to see it as a normal thing. Yeah. Glory to God, my parents were, I came up from a Christian home. But The area that I grew up in, there were lots of promiscuous people around that I was like, what's in there? Was there until I had to shift environment. So when there was a shift in environment, I would not see people around. I would not. So for years, it was like that. For years, my mind was
It changes.
it changed. So these people, it's just so unfortunate that the proximity as to which they have with evil things is very close. That is why at such young age they begin to do unspeakable things.
Okay, you said something, you came from a Christian home, and I believe the guidance they gave to you guys, still played a role, keeping you
Yeah.
right. So some of these people now, is it that their families are not, trying to guide them in the right path, saying that they are not in a safe environment? So is it that these families, the parents, they are not, instilling to them the right information, things they need to stay away from,
Some parents are trying. Oh, some parents try their very best, but they alone cannot do it. They can't. They themselves alone cannot really do what it is that they really want them to do. They can try to an extent, but the child still has a will of his own.
I heard somebody said if your child or your children they are wayward, it's a failed parenting. What do you have to say?
Yeah, that has a part to play too.
What if the parent they tried all they could, their best, 100%, but still it was still the decision of the child
Is
or
the
the children
child?
to make?
Is the child? That's
So
why
should we call that failed parenting?
it still failed parenting to an extent, because I mean, if we look at Samuel,
Okay.
and we look at Eli, yeah, they're both. I mean, both fatherhoods failed, but then there was this distinction that Saul tried his best. Sorry, why am I saying Saul? Samuel tried his whole best, but Eli left them, and it was like, but God left Saul. Why am I saying so?
Yeah.
Samuel. God left Samuel because he saw that, okay, Samuel did his very best, but Eli did not. So I will still say that even if it is, yes, failed parenting, they cannot do it themselves alone. The environment too matters. Like, it plays a pivotal role in their lives. The environment matters a lot. The kind of school that they attend. The primary school I attended, my parents did not allow me to. They only allowed me to do from nursery to primary 6, but from GS1 down to SS3, I had to move, find somewhere better. I don't know the reason why. I don't know why exactly, but they just felt like this girl there has to be a change, somewhere. There just has to be a change somewhere. They had to change everything about me. The environment that I was staying, the friends that, till the point of my friends, my parents, oh my Jesus.
I mean, they were very strict.
Hey! If you see the mark is, how old am I? The mark is still, I was not up to 16 years when they gave me that mark.
That's the African way of disciplining the children.
That's not only African, even Indians still do like that. So they saw that there are things that they have to change. My environment had to change a whole lot, because no. This girl that we are seeing, she can become something else. And okay. I'm really grateful for my parents. They saw these things. However, there are some things that some parents might not see. They might not know. Yeah, they might not really know that, oh, the environment is doing this, the environment is doing that, the environment. So these are things that parents need to look at and all of that.
All right. Based on what I do, creating content, sometimes I talk about character, I've had some people, both male and female, right? But these people, they are deep into some stuff, and yet they want to serve God, right? It's as though, when they were growing up, they had, they were influenced rather to do some, things, and they grew with all of those things we're doing, and they want to stop.
Okay.
They want to stop. So I want you to, speak to these ladies now, not just ladies or guys, right? I want you to speak to them, how they can transform from, doing all of those things into doing something better of value.
If I may ask, things like what? Because there are so many things that people want to start doing.
Sleeping around.
Okay, those things that they are addicted
Addicted
to,
to.
like,
Okay, let me be wrong. There are sometimes, you on Facebook, somebody posts something, say, what are you struggling with? Reading some comments, some will say they are struggling with masturbation, some will say fornication. And
yeah,
all of these people, they are people that love God.
yeah.
They want to serve God. They want to stop all of these things.
Mm.
So what is the remedy to end all of these things?
I will not say that this is how you should do it because I think there was one clip like that I saw of PD, how
Who
he
is
said
PD?
that's Pastor Dolakbo.
Pastor Lawa Dolapo.
Yes, yes, yes. Then he said that, oh, a particular, I think they doing they were trying to like curb themselves off of secular music, so they were doing like a fasting or so. Yeah, and then is it that one, or I'm mixing it? But the whole point is that this particular person, yeah, came to him and then said that, oh, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. And then he said, just play worship songs when those things come up and all of that. And he was like, okay. After 2 weeks, this person came back and then said that, oh, this thing worked. Another person came and said that, oh, I'm battling with this addiction, blah, blah, blah. And then he gave the same remedy to that person. And then the person came back and said it didn't work. So I think what I would have to say is I would not say do this, do that, but what I believe that works is that so long as you are in Christ, please go to God and tell him that this is what, the problem I have with people is that they are not sincere. Even to God, they are not sincere. Go to God and meet with him. Tell him that this is what I'm facing. He knows that this is what you're facing, but he still wants you to come with all humility.
Yeah, come boldly.
Just come and then tell him that this is what you are going through. This is what you are doing, but you don't want to continue. This shows a sincere heart. This shows someone that really wants to stop. And God can give you instructions. He would even give you instructions on what to do. It's not easy, I know. Addiction is not something that you just come out of, even though you're a Christian and all of that. But then when you spend time in the place of prayer, you follow instructions, because things like this, you always come up with instructions. And when you follow these instructions, there are things that when you do them, you'll come out of them. So I will not say, oh, pray for 5 hours, pray for 10 hours, fast for. There are some people that they will fast for 7 days, fast 100 days. There was even one I heard that, oh, he did, how many days fasting? I can't really remember how many days fasting he did. I think it's 7 days. And then on the 7th day, he still did that same fornication.
Wow.
So it is not really you do some spiritual exercise. What instruction has God given you?
I really appreciate your submission on that, right? I think I've known you for about 2 years now,
Yes.
right? We've had conversation on some topics, right? And I see you to be somebody who is very intelligent
Hey.
and wise.
Wow.
And, you're an accountant and also a music minister, a worshiper, right? You sing.
Yeah.
I want you now to advise, young ladies on how they can build themselves, because some of them, they just have this mindset that, when they grow, they, go to school, just get married, and, they don't really have that vision of what they can do for themselves as a lady, adding value to the society. That's why you see some guys, they'll say, ladies, they don't really, what are they bringing to the table? Because the truth is that there are some ladies you will see, you dare not ask them what they are bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Because you know the kind of value they already have. So I believe if any guy is asking a lady, what do you bring to the table? I think maybe it's because their value is not visible enough. Maybe that's the reason why those guys, they are asking. So I want you to advise these people how they can become wise, maybe like you.
Wise.
Become a woman of value or wisdom like you.
Well, speaking about giving value to the society, yeah. I think first off, there has to be intentionality, because in everything that you do, you have to be intentional about it. As far as you have to be disciplined about it and all of that, there has to be intentionality first off. Even when if you want to take your walk with God serious, you want to be a very serious Christian. You want to always study the Bible so that at least when you talk to people out there, that you're dishing out things that really make sense.
Yeah.
You have to be intentional. There, I would always say that you can't really do much if you don't have knowledge. You can't really do much if you don't
can't
have.
really do much if you don't have knowledge.
Yeah.
I'll write that down.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to be intentional about giving yourself to knowledge. You have to first off, know what exactly you want to do, know where exactly you can thrive, know what exactly that, if I go into this and I think I'll be able to give value to those around me. Yeah. I really don't have much.
You have much.
See,
a lot.
Well, if you say so, because me, I still want to. I'm still
Building.
building. Yes, definitely. I'm still building myself. I'm giving myself to knowledge. I have friends that, oh my goodness, I have friends that they read. When I see them read like this, I'll just be like, they was it. Not like as if I don't read, but the way these people they read. But I'm not saying that reading alone is just. I mean, there are people that they read, but they don't really practice what exactly they read and all of that. Yeah. So you give yourself to knowledge. You apply what it is that you have learned. You really do a whole lot. And I mean, we cannot downplay the leading of the Spirit.
Yes.
You just have to do as by the Spirit lead. That's how we're taught. While growing up, you would have to what is God saying about this particular matter?
Yeah.
Even when I went to school too, they had to be like, know what God is saying about this thing. Know what God is saying about this particular thing. There are a whole lot of things that I would want to do. But is God really saying, if they leave me, I want to go into acting?
You
I can be dramatic at times. I can be very, very dramatic. Yeah. Am I a drama minister? No, of course not. But if you give me a role to act, I can act it. But that's just my personality. But that does not mean that that's where God wants me to be. You get, yeah. So that's what I meant by you following the leading of the Spirit. You just have to know what exactly God is saying that you should do, and I mean, give yourself to skills. Yeah, we know that David was anointed, but David was skillful. He gave himself to skills. For the fact that we've seen videos of how a tomato can actually, when you use a slingshot with a tomato, it can actually break things. With an orange too, it can actually. So David was he had gotten used to the use of slingshots with stones. That was why he could do what exactly he could do. He had gotten used to musical instruments that he could use. That was why when they gave him something that he was not really used to, he could not use it, but he still had to learn these things. Yeah. So I would say give yourself to skills, what exactly you can do. By skills, I don't just mean make hair, because they've really thought that when you have skills, you just know how to make hair. You know how to go into baking or there are more things to that. Am I downplaying these things? No. But there are more things. There are more things to do. Back then, I used to think that what people were talking about in skills were things like baking, making up hair. So I felt like I can't have skill because I've tried making hair. I can't do it. However, even being an accountant, it's a skill on its own. Having to learn how to use softwares,
tech woman.
It's a skill on its own. Tech these days, I mean, very massive skill.
Yeah.
That that you can use these things outside, not just for yourself, outside, and then there's no how you not give value to society.
Right. That's very, very impressive. Like she said, now I also want to add mine. There's something she said and I wrote it down. She said you can't really do more if you don't have knowledge. By Remi Lekun.
Remi Lekun. That's my name. Remi Lekun.
All right. So you can't really do much if you don't have knowledge. Yeah. So if there's anything you have passion for, go for knowledge.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want to do, go for knowledge. There are some things I do today. Before now, I felt, I can't do this thing. This is not something I have the capacity to do. I don't have that brain to do all of these things. But when you start giving yourself to learning, it becomes easy for you.
Yeah.
So if you don't start something, you don't have any business saying it is hard for you.
Yes.
Start it. When you start learning, you see that it's easier. You won't be like feeling bad. I wish I started. There are some things I do today. I'm like, I wish I started this thing much earlier because I was thinking this thing is very, very difficult. But as I started learning, I discovered that this thing is very, very easy. So you have the capacity to do. And I think the story by Bishop Oyedipo. He said when he was in school, right, that he didn't really know more about mathematics. Then one of the teachers came to him, told him that I think it's physics, I can't really remember, but it has to do with calculations. And the teacher said to him that if you can put your mind to it, you will be able to do it.
Yeah, I have an experience too like that. I was very bad at maths.
And now I know you are very, very good with maths now. So
I was very bad at maths.
Are you sure? Wow.
I was bad at maths. I had F9 one time. I was in just 2. So I mean, I didn't know, that I did not like maths. I told myself that I did not like maths. It was my parents told me that I was very young. I think I was in primary 1 or so, primary 2. And I said I don't like maths. It was stressing my brain. I don't like mathematics. So that still went on. And my father is a mathematician. Jesus. My father knows maths. So imagine his first child doesn't know maths, but knows English. She did try herself for English because at some point, when I began to know maths already, I felt like English is harder than maths. That was because I gave myself to it. They had to get me a private teacher for maths. That was in school. And it was so bad at that time. I think down to my GS2, I then had F9. And me, I don't like to fail. So I had F9 in maths. Like the red Bible was very clear. Very F9.
Crystal clear. And
every time you collect your results, I have to go and give it to my father. So I saw of course I will see the result before my father will see it. So I saw the results and then F9. What will my father say? What will my dad say? And I didn't like it. I really did not like it. So I said, from now, I will not have F again in maths. I would not. I will not fail maths again. Even if I have D, no problem. But at that point, I knew that I had to give myself to learning. That was in GS2. So in GS3, I began to try. And mind you, when I was in primary 6, I had siblings. I have 4 siblings anyways. I had siblings that were, lower classes. Yeah. So my mom particularly, she was like, Esther, you're not good in maths. You're in primary 6. Go back to primary 4 mathematics textbooks and learn. Okay. I did not. I didn't. And it affected me real bad that I would even see F9 in my mathematics results. And then just 3, I just began to push. That textbook that I did not want to go back to, I went back to it too. I went back to primary school textbook to start learning. I had to start reading on my own. Then in SS1, my parents decided that okay, you do mathematics lesson too. So I did maths lesson. There's this maths then in school that we'll use compass to draw. I was teaching people though. But when I was seeing my own test result, I was like,
you did very well.
It was very well. Very well. I think people were getting 9, people were getting 8. I had 2. And that was because I'll be cleaning this thing, cleaning. Then we're doing angles. Yeah, we're sorting angles at that time. So just so that I would have a perfect angle. They were like, angle 90 is even very easy. So, and I think 180. But they were giving us some certain angles that I would clean. That made my work rough. You get. But I saw other people and I was like, what do you mean tuition? You people were not in my lesson, but I taught you guys. I said, no, there has no.
Something has to be done.
I continually gave myself to learning and all of that, and then I began to try. Even in secondary school, I still say I tried. But when I got to university, we did maths too. I would say the mathematics that I was running away from because of maths, I didn't join science class. My father really wanted me to like study medicine, but no, I said no. I like money, so let me.
Yeah, I have to count money.
Yeah, so let me go into accounting. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to.
And you did very well. And accounting is not really, it's very difficult, because
Accounting is difficult. Oh, Jesus, jeez.
So we all see that, she was not really good at math, very bad at math.
Very bad.
I've seen one of your notes now. One thing you did, we were doing calculation. I saw your note. You posted it in your state. I was like,
Okay.
this girl.
Okay.
So that's very, very interesting. And the young people out there, build value, know what you want, and go for it. Not in the wrong way. Not like that young girl who came and she said she was sexually assaulted, and we all found out that it was a lie. Don't go through that route. Do something valuable. Do something reasonable, and you come out successful. So I believe we have learned a lot, from our friend, my friend, Remi Lekun. Just tell me.
Remi Lekun.
Remi Lekun.
Remi Lekun.
Remi Lekun.
Good.
So I believe we have learned from Remi Lekun, right?
Yeah.
So we should also do well to apply all of these things she have said on today's episode. So, like I said, we always, bring interesting topics, people that will educate us here on Steve EO Podcast every week. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell so that you can always see anytime we post videos. So see you next week. Have a nice time.
Bye.